If you've been waiting to get an Apple Watch or to replace the one you have until the big upgrade, well, this is it. The bigger display, faster processor, and better sensors all combine to make the Series 4 dramatically better than any Apple Watch before it. We're now entering the Apple Watch's 4th year, and it's going through its first real major revision. In that way, it's like the iPhone 4. The outward appearance hasn't changed a whole lot. The watch has grown a couple millimeters larger. The 38mm size is now 40mm, and the 42mm size is now 44mm. But it's thinner, and the corners are a little more curved, so you probably won't really notice the difference in size. Now, the small-sized watch has a display as large as the old large watch, and the large watch is even bigger. It has a huge impact on usability. Tap targets are bigger, text is clearer, maps are easier to read. Basically, everything you do on the watch is made better, much better, by the bigger display. It's also allowed Apple to introduce a couple of new information-dense watch faces, Infograph and Infograph Modular. People have mixed opinions about how they look, but after using Infograph for a while, it has become my go-to watch face. I just love how many complications I can cram on here. The other change you'll notice right away is the much faster performance of the S4 processor inside. Apple says it's up to twice as fast as the Series 3, and I believe them. Everything just flies. Scrolling is buttery smooth. Swipes and taps register instantly. Apps just spring right open with no delay. Every little stutter and pause has been effectively eliminated, and it totally changed the way I used the Apple Watch. I used to primarily use watch apps that you just set and forget, like workout tracking, because I don't want to wait a few seconds to interact with something on my wrist. I might as well pull up my phone to get a richer experience. Now, between the faster processor and bigger display, I feel comfortable using more interactive watch apps. Apple has also, for the first time, seriously improved the sensors in the Series 4. The accelerometer and gyroscope are much faster and can detect forces up to 32 Gs. That has given Apple the ability to add accidental fall detection. Take a tumble, and the watch will bring up a screen that makes it easy to call emergency services. If you don't do anything for a minute, it will automatically call them and message your emergency contacts with your location. It's a feature aimed at seniors. It's not even enabled by default if you're under 65, but it's really gonna help some people. Now, I tried and tried, but I could not fake a fall convincing enough to set it off. The optical heart rate sensor is new and more accurate and more power efficient, but the big new heart health feature is the built-in single-channel electrocardiogram. Launch the ECG app, hold your finger to the crown for 30 seconds, and you get an ECG graph that you can share with your doctor, along with an analysis that might point out irregular activity. Unfortunately, this feature has only been cleared by the FDA for the US, and then it's only for people 22 and older. It's not even available yet. It's coming in a software update this fall. Apple says it's working on getting clearance for other countries, but can't give us a time frame. There are a number of other minor improvements too. The digital crown has haptic response now, so it makes these subtle little ticks as you scroll it. It feels nice. In fact, all the haptics feel a little better now. I think Apple improved the Taptic engine and didn't say anything. The mic is clearer with better noise reduction, and the speaker is a lot louder. So making short phone calls from your wrist works really great now. It's no longer just a gimmick. And despite the thinner case, bigger display, and much faster processor, the Series 4 has the same excellent battery life as the Series 3. Apple says it's up to 18 hours, but I got over 30 when using it like I normally do. Tracking workouts at the gym, asking Siri some questions, checking the weather, getting a few important notifications, and setting timers while I cook dinner. Tracking outdoor workouts, streaming music from the watch, and making phone calls, especially over LTE, will definitely run through the battery more quickly. Still, you'd have to try really hard to run out of battery before the end of the day. There are still some things I wish the Apple Watch would do, like integrated sleep tracking instead of relying on third-party apps, or custom watch faces, or an option for always-on watch faces. And I wish the battery life lasted for several days, like the Fitbit Ionic. And sure, it doesn't sound all that impressive to say it's still an Apple Watch, but with a bigger display, faster processor, and better sensors. But as far as hardware goes, that's almost everything. Those things combine to make the experience of using a Series 4 just leaps and bounds better than any Apple Watch before. I'm not thrilled about the price hike. The Series 4 starts at $399 and goes up quickly if you choose options like stainless steel or LTE. But I've spent the last 3 years looking forward to the future of Apple Watch, and with the Series 4, I think it's finally arrived.